Shalom, family trendsetter. Assalamu alaikum. All praises be to the Most High. I am driving, so you will hear some noise in the background. Well, I do have a tendency to struggle for words when I speak. And for those of you who are wondering why I always say Assalamu alaikum, it's simply because I have Muslim brothers and sisters that tune into my channel periodically. All right? That's why. Anyway, today I want to talk about a couple of things. But first, I want to talk to y'all about the current events, the thing that's been happening here in the United Snakes of America, where you have these reptilian ruling over us, these shapeshifters, right? These non-human, these hybrids. So we have, I'm sure by now, y'all heard that now New York City as well as Chicago is turning their back on this whole idea, or this whole notion of having their city as sanctuary cities. So pretty much they want to send these migrants back home, send them packing. But guess what? It's too late. Because these migrants are like cockroaches. Once you make a way for them to come into your home, they invade your home. They start to like scatter. They be in the creases and the cracks in your home, right? Crevices and shit. I remember back in the day, I used to live in the Bronx, right? We had this apartment building, and we had, and you know, I'm not, you know what, let me not even say it that way because I don't want people to think that I'm pointing the finger. But anyway, we was living in this apartment building, and there was some people that moved in, a family that moved in. Before they moved in, our apartment was perfectly fine. We never had any roaches. But we had these Hispanic, they had these Hispanic people move into the apartment next door to us. And maybe about a month later, we just start seeing roaches and shit all over, you know, like in the nighttime, you're like early morning, or let's say you get up to go get something to drink, right? Or some water or whatever in the kitchen. You'll see these fucking roaches in the kitchen, and as soon as you turn on the light, they just scatter, scatter everywhere and shit, right? And I, for one, am scared of roaches. Yes, I am. I'm scared of roaches. I don't mind spiders. I don't mind snakes, but I'm scared of roaches. And the reason why, because I've seen roaches bite into something. I'm not going to talk about it because it's very nasty. And incidentally, one of my daughters got bitten by a roach. So I know these little motherfuckers can bite you. So that's why I'm scared of these shits, right? And I remember used to see these roaches scatter. And we had to literally move out the apartment because I had roach arachnia and shit, right? I was scared of roaches. So I'm like, once I seen that shit happen, we had to leave that apartment. That's how bad it was. That's how scared I am of these shits. So this is how I view the migrants. The migrants are like roaches, right? These fuckers, they're already invaded, you know, the United Snakes of America and shit. So now they're scattered in crevices and cracks and shit. So now you get expelled them because they're already here. They already made this place, you know, a place of sanctuary, right? Sanctuary cities. So now it's going to be hard for them to turn their back. But what was the reason for this? Why did they allow these influx of migrants to come into the United States of America? What was the reason behind it? Some may say, well, because they want to have voters, right? The Democrats are so desperate for voters that they want to have these migrants come in and have them vote illegally. Okay, could be the case. Some people believe, including I, that these are our replacement. I believe that we're going into the second Exodus soon enough, and they're going to need workers. They're going to need workers to continue to work, right? So when the Most High decides to come back and gather his elect, which is, or I should say his saints, which is us, right? They're going to need replacements. That's what I believe. But now they want to piggyback. Now they want to backtrack and shit and say, oh no, we got to get rid of these migrants. You know, a lot of them are violent. You know, I heard Venezuela, Lisa Cabrera talk about it, where you had the Venezuelan president releasing how many thousands of prisoners and shit. And many of these prisoners are here. They're here in the United States of America committing the same crime that they committed back in their country. Now, do I have anything personal against immigrants? No, because I'm an immigrant, right? My mother was an immigrant. But I do have personal beef with these fuckers that's coming here and causing havoc, right? Robbing and raping and murdering. I do have a problem with that because we couldn't go into their land and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we would stand out. So we got these people coming in here, eating up our resources and shit, right? They're giving them billions of dollars for towards cell phone usage and care packages and, you know, residency and shit. And we have our own people here that born and raised in this motherfucker that's homeless and shit, and they not looking out for these homeless people that was paying tax at one point, that their family member is legally here paying taxes and shit. But yesterday you got these so-called illegal migrants coming in here, or in some cases they call them migrants. They come in here legally, but no, they're illegals because they don't have any proper documentation that they belong here and shit. When I came to this motherfucker, we had to get green card, we had to get passport, we had to get vaccinated, we had to do all this shit just to become a resident here in the United States of America, that it was stolen from the original Aboriginal people who were black. Okay? So if we can go through the process, they should be able to go through the process. But no, you know why they're different? Because they don't look like us. They don't have the same skin color like us. At least many of them don't. You know what I'm saying? So now we got the Asians. They coming in, and just rightfully so, because they're running from war. They're running from a torn, war-ridden country that's being torn down, right, by their own people. So these innocent families are trying to find refuge, and you see how they see the reaction towards them. Oh, we gotta, come up with new legislation and shit to block them from coming in. But these Venezuelans and shit, and these fucking Mexicans and shit, they could have came in and with no problem. These so-called Ukrainians, because it's war going on with Russia, they could have came in and blended and get $500,000 homes and Tesla. Because I seen the video where this Ukrainian man, only been in the country and shit for like a couple of months, and he was driving a Tesla and living in the suburbs with a 5-bedroom house because he had 4 kids, right? And he said it was given to him. It was given to him by the government. Because, Biden, man, I'm telling you, I don't know how deep this shit is. But anyway, so that's what's happening. So what do y'all think is really going to be the end game? Do y'all think Trump is going to go back into office and he's going to reverse all this shit? No, I don't think it's going to happen. It's not going to be that easy anyway. All right? I believe it's a setup. I believe like people like myself who only have like a green card and shit, because I've never wanted to get my citizenship. I don't want to be a citizen for this country until the right rulership comes into rulership, which is so-called black people, right? When King David, Dawid come back to rule over us, not the motherfucking Jesus, white Jesus and shit, or Yahweh Shai, Yahushua. I'm talking about King David, where the Bible said that King David was going to rule over Israel in his resurrection. When he comes back to rule, then I'll come back. Then I'll state citizenship here. But until then, I'm not, right? Because in the event something pop up, I'm able to run back home and shit. That's right, I said it. So that's what's been happening, family. A lot of things have been happening, and I told y'all in past video, I don't believe it's going to be a 2024 election. I believe they're going to create a false flag. False flag doesn't necessarily mean it's not happening. It just means something that they constructed. I believe between the Democrat or the Republican, I really believe the Democrat's going to be behind it, because a lot of Republicans do not want Trump back in office, because the Republican Party is no more, family. It's a mega party. Right, it's Donald Trump. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Republican Party is no more. It's a mega party. It's Donald Trump party now. And a lot of these, Republicans that was, used to support Ronald Reagan, the Ronald Reagan Republicans, then they don't like Trump. The George Bushes and shit, they don't like Trump. They want to get rid of him. So I suspect that between the Republican and the Democrat, they're gonna team up together. And they're going to try to get rid of Trump one way or the other. Read between the lines. One way or the other. They trying to get rid of him with all these charges and shit. This shit ain't really working. It's making him more popular. So the next thing I believe that's going to happen, they're going to go after him. They're going to try to take him out. All right? Let's leave it as that. They're going to try to take him out. And that's what's going to strike up a civil war. That's what's going to strike up a civil war amongst the so-called Americans. But I guess against the left and the right. And you know who they're going to target? They're going to target us black people, because most black people always vote Democrats. At least that's what the notion is, right? Which I believe it is. So they're going to target us. So this is going to be a reason for them to have open season on black people. This is all a political game. So when they start to try to take, at least that's what they believe. They believe they're going to take us out before we go through the second Exodus. So when they start targeting us and shit, right? And try to wipe us out, then they're going to need replacement workers. They're going to need these migrants that's coming in here to replace us. That's what I believe. And I also suspect that a lot of these migrants that they're allowing to come into the United States of America, they're trafficking a lot of these migrants, family. They're trafficking a lot of these children because they're undocumented. Nobody can really give account for them because they're not documented. It's all a fucking game. These reptilians are literally harvesting these people. And that's the trap. That's the plan. See, these people think they're coming in here and they're getting refuge. What's happening to these people once they get evicted from these shelters? Where are they going? Right? Tell me, where the fuck are they going with these family members? There's people saying that they can't even find family members ever since they came to New York City. After they got kicked out of the shelters, they are separated. They can't even find some of these family members. I'm telling you, family, this shit is deeper than what y'all think. It's real deep, but I refuse to go into it, to go into the deepness of it, because I don't want them flagging the video, number one, or coming after me. But they are using this ploy to literally traffic a lot of these illegal immigrants, right? These fucking migrants that's coming in here. So y'all gotta be careful. If you got family members that's coming from Haiti or wherever and they're going through the channel of not being properly documented, they need to be careful, because when they catch these people and so-called put them into these internment camps or these whatever camp they call it, right? We don't know what's gonna happen to them. A lot of them, they're harvesting their organs. Family, it is deep. They literally selling them into slavery, right? Sex slave. Yo, man, I wish I can go into the details, but I can't, and I refuse to, because I don't want these devils targeting me and shit. But this shit is a setup. Why is Biden all of a sudden allowing the floodgate to open for all these migrants to come in here? What are they gaining? What can they possibly gain from doing that shit? And this is why a lot of people actually rock with Trump. Not me, because I don't like him either, but they rock with Trump because at least, they know that they know what's going on. They know why all these influx of migrants are coming in here. They know, but they're not saying it because they benefit from this shit too, right? But the ones that have a little bit of morals, they realize that, Biden is not who you think he is. Biden is a fucking, that dude, man, I swear to God. That, people, like, I talked to my mother and I was telling her some shit. She was like, oh, stop talking about Biden and nothing wrong with Biden. I said, yeah, because you're a Democrat, right? You're a diehard Democrat and shit, and you're not seeing what's going on behind the scene. All she's worrying about her Social Security not being cut. That's why she liked the Democrat. She support the Democrat. But a lot of these Republicans support Trump. Is not, well, I wouldn't say Republicans anymore. These mega supporters support Trump is because they believe that Trump is against the establishment, but Trump is with the establishment. How do you think Trump became president? You have to be a part of it. Now, the only reason why now they want to boot him out of the establishment is because Trump don't care nothing about politics. Trump don't care nothing about you dumbass fucking mega followers. He don't care nothing about. All Trump care about is his pocket. That's it. He don't care nothing about Americans. He don't care nothing about America. All he cares about is him and his daughter, aka his wife and shit, right? Because I believe, who knows if he, anyway, you know what I'm saying? Trump don't care about nobody. So what Trump is doing, he's using y'all goofies to fight his cause. Look what he did after the election. This man told y'all he's going to fight with y'all side by side. We're going to march down to the Capitol and shit. He's going to be there with y'all. Where was Trump at? Trump was in a motherfucking limousine watching you dumbass. Probably was in the White House laughing at y'all, eating some hamburgers, laughing at y'all and shit. Trump don't care about y'all. What did Trump do for y'all after the insurrection occurred? When all y'all start going to prison, did Trump put any of his money towards y'all defense? No, he didn't. That's what I was telling my neighbor. He's a white dude, right? And he's a diehard Trump following shit, right? He's like, oh, Trump is, Trump is the best thing that, that came about, without Trump, we would be. And I said to him, I was explaining, I said, okay, you saying Trump is this and Trump is that, right? What did Trump do during the insurrection? Did Trump give any money to her, that bitch that got her head blown off and shit for sticking her head in the fucking window? I said, did Trump give any money towards the family for her funeral? No, he didn't. Did Trump give any money towards any of these idiots' defense? No, he didn't. So what is Trump really doing for y'all? Trump ain't doing nothing. He's just using y'all. Trump was once a Democrat, whether y'all know it or not. Trump was once a Democrat. And I still think he's a Democrat, but he's just using this guise to be a Republican, right? Because Trump is not a Republican. This is why he renamed the shit MAGA. Trump don't got nothing to do with no motherfucking Republican. Trump don't like Republicans. He's a MAGA. He's like an independent. And y'all just missed y'all just missed the memo. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask y'all this question, right, in closing. Do y'all think that there's going to be a 2024 election? Do y'all think that Trump will regain the presidency? Or do y'all think they're going to try to conspire to take him out? I think they're going to try to conspire to take him out. And it's going to be a civil war. This is why I told y'all this year after the eclipse, after April 8th, which is my daughter's birthday, things is not going to be the same. It's going to be some shit because the judgment already begun, but it's going to be ramped up. The Most High is about to stir up the spirit amongst these heathens, these devils. And trust me, what's coming, yeah, a lot of us going to get caught up. Because see, a lot of y'all don't know that we've been in the tribulation, the Great Tribulation. The Great Tribulation started from way back when. The Great Tribulation started from slavery. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 of our people was being purged doing slavery. A lot of y'all don't realize. Y'all think, oh, okay, the Great Tribulation is going to start or come soon after the man of perdition is revealed. No, this shit, we've been in the Great Tribulation. 2/3 of our people been taken out of here or continue to be taken out of here, whether y'all know it or not. We've been in the Great Tribulation. From 70 AD, family, we've been in the Great Tribulation. So, you know, don't wait for no rapture. Ain't gonna be no motherfucking rapture. It's gonna be a second Exodus where the Most High is gonna deliver his people, his saints and shit. But there ain't gonna be no rapture, rapturing no white people up out of here. That's what they're hoping for. That's what they have sold to these devils, to believe that they can kill us and hang us on trees and rape us and cut our dicks off and shit and rape our animals and men and wives and daughters. And don't worry, all you gotta do is believe in Jesus Christ, call up on Jesus Christ's name, and you're gonna be raptured out of here. Yeah, right.